Happy, 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 happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had a good day today and everyone's doing well. I like to try to just sit here and do nothing for a second to get people caught up with getting on here. Hello, Jason Rice. Look, I'm acknowledging you. Taco Tuesday it is, buddy. I had a good buddy of mine. What's up, Jason? Your order's shipping tomorrow, by the way. I had a good buddy, hey, Luke. A good buddy of mine that I've been doing business with him for 20-something years now. And he came by today and really opened my eyes about a couple things. One of which was, what up, yo? He was talking about wanting to stock up on supplies for the entire month. What's up, Frank? And it re-clicked to me. World's most okay dad. Yep, that was a Father's Day present. The joys of owning a shirt company. My kids have made some of the coolest shirts for me. It's kind of fun. But anyways, he made mention to me. He's like, hey, I need to get prices. I'm not mad, Brandon. How you doing, buddy? He goes, I want to get prices on larger quantities of product. And I'm like, all right. So he and I just ran through the thing. What's up, Dr. Bailey? Ran through the thing and did all the numbers on buying it in quantity. So instead of buying a gallon, he's buying pails and pails of everything, or we were talking about drums a little bit too. And here's what he had said to me. He's like, dude, if I come in here and I buy $20 here, $20 there, how much time am I losing? How much money is it costing me to keep driving back and forth to the shop to pick stuff up? Which totally makes sense. And a lot of us, depending on how our budgets operate, but we might come in and buy, no way, dude. We might buy a gallon of PureForce and a gallon of rinse and then go do, a week's worth of work and then come back next week and buy a gallon of rinse and a gallon of pre-spray. Well, every time you come back to the shop, it's costing you money. You're paying for your time, you're paying for your travel, you're paying for your fuel, you're paying for all of those expenses come into play. Extra miles on the car. It doesn't make sense to not buy a little bit larger quantity, or at least buy a full case. That way you have inventory. And you can come into the shop once every 2 weeks or once a month and get your supplies restocked up. Like Brandon, for example. When he places an order, it is ginormous because he's stocking up. Also, we're shipping across the country, and it makes sense for him to buy from Darren because Darren's in Nashville, he's in Florida. But before Darren and Martin and Chloe, Brandon, we were shipping it all the way across the country, so it made sense to buy a full, yeah, right, Jared, my stressed out sexiness, right? But it made sense to buy like a full pallet of stuff, and that way he's got inventory now. So his expensive freight goes down, and again, him being out of state makes a huge difference. But being local, you still, in your local supplier, you still want to make sure that you're maximizing those stops. I have guys that only carry 300 feet of solution hose on the truck. They don't carry an extra one. Right, drums makes so much more sense. But they don't carry extra hose. So they'll come in, if they have older solution hose, they'll come in 2 and 3 times a week, keep repairing hoses that keep blowing on them, rather than reinvesting in their company, buying another hose, or buying new hoses, or buying, waiting and having the hose repaired at one time instead of coming in several times. Eric, that's exactly right. Just kidding. I am 11 years no drinky. So anyways, that was my thought for the night, and we try to make it easy for you. So traditionally, thanks, Nikki. Actually, I'll bring mine tomorrow. So like, even when in our inventory at the shop, we don't just buy 10 cases of PureForce. We buy 50 to have the inventory in stock, right? So that when you guys come in, we're able to fill you. The other thing that happens with pricing, your pricing goes down usually by buying in bulk because of this. For every 400-pound drum that you purchase of PureForce, let's say, you're paying for one label, or maybe two, because we have it on the side and the top, and you're paying for one container. The rest of it's just full to the brim of PureForce. So your price goes down because labor goes down. Your cost per pound drops drastically. On a drum, you'll save like $400 or $500 because everything goes down. If I take that same 400 pounds and I put that into 48-pound containers, you're now, did I just do the math right? That's 32. So whatever the containers is, maybe it's 50. To get the same weight, you're now paying for 50 lids, 50 bottles, half of that of boxes to carry the 4 cases. You're paying for 4 labels on each of the case jars and a label on the outside of the box. And then you're paying for someone that's actually had to go through and down pack that stuff. So when you look at that, the expense per pound, there's a lot more expense in there buying smaller quantities. So again, whenever you're buying stuff, buying in bulk makes more sense. Shipping a 40-pound container of a product versus 8 or 5 containers, single jars, the shipping goes down drastically because, again, it's one box instead of 2 or 3, whatever. So that is my thought of the night is you guys, if I can help you buying in bulk, even if we put a negative balance in your account and you come in every time you have $20, we run $20 and put it on the card. That way you've got a little bit of a savings account. We're happy to do that. We do that with a lot of people where they get a negative balance and then when they come in they can bulk up and it doesn't hit their account so hard. Whatever we can do, let's get creative and let's talk about it and try to help you guys save money. And again, even if you're not local to me, whoever your local supplier is, work with them, talk to them, tell them what you're kind of thinking about how you can save some money. In our business, one of the lowest expenses you really truly have is going to be chemistry costs. A lot of us get focused on that because they're paying $30 for a jar or $150 for a container. Exactly, it's total Costco mentality. But when you really look at it, when you're looking at fuel, you're looking at insurance, wear and tear, maintenance, insurance, all that. I may have already said that, but all that stuff is way, way higher percentage than it is for chemistry. So let's not add to the burden of the chemistry expense by the gas, the time, the wear and tear, all that stuff. And on the other side too, you've got accounting you've got to factor in. Every time you come into the shop, you're now running another transaction, so you know how to track that. Now it's just more time, but that equates to you putting in your QuickBooks, all the information, all the expenditures that you had throughout the month, whatever. So it just makes more sense to cut your trips into the shop down by a considerable amount. That is my thought of the night. We had a thanks, Tyler. Good seeing you too, man. Last week, Manny left and left TSI and is on his own, doing his own thing now. And this is something that people have. I'm laughing at Trevor. This is something that he's got a passion for. It's in his heart to start his own thing, and we wish him the best of luck. I've always loved Manny. I've always appreciated him and his friendship, and he's a good man, good soul. So wish him the best of luck. We've had a lot of phone calls, a lot of conversation about it, and we just hope that he does a great job and does well for himself. So I wanted to get that out just because, like I said, I've had so many phone calls, so many messages, so many texts about it, and the rumor is true. He did leave, and he is on his own and doing his own thing. So we wish him the best of luck, though. Back to us, PureForce. I'll have another announcement that we'll be making what we're doing and how we're doing things at the Tempe location. Right now, Len's covering everything, and he's doing a good job. So going forward, I want to just remind everybody, over in the UK, Nick Robertson Vousden is covering us with the PureForce line there. In Rochester, New York, we've got David Matthews with Clean Pro Supply. Nashville, Tennessee, we've got Darren Hickman, Martin Medley, and Chloe Hicks with Janrez Restoration. Up in the Midwest, we've got Jim Nape and Larry White with Wolf Equipment and cleaning supplies. And then right here north of me in Ogden, Utah, we've got Crystal Anderson, who's rocking at TC Supplies. And she's a fresh, brand new startup. It's a new branch of their business that her and Jason Ellis are venturing into. And they're doing a superb job, doing a really good job. It's helping cut time down on freight for anybody that's north of us. They are spending the money and getting the inventory and making sure that they have what you guys want. So feel free to friend request them, reach out to them with any questions you guys might have regarding anything PureForce related, and they'll make sure they get you taken care of right away. And then as well, here in Phoenix, myself, and I've been taking care of like the California, Arizona. I'm trying to get myself shrinking what states I'm covering, but I'm going, Texas, and Manny started his own company doing repairs, it looks like. I haven't talked to him since I learned about it, so I don't know where it's even at yet. So hopefully I'll talk to him in the next few days, and like I said, hopefully he'll do good for himself. Anyways, but yeah, so I'm taking care of the Southwest area, and again, I want to have more exposure for Crystal, for Darren Martin and Chloe, for Jim and Larry and David, as well as Nick. We're trying to make sure that we're getting them as much support as we possibly can. Bobby, that's a super great idea. My website's a flipping joke right now. We're still working through that, but we got you, Joe. So anyways, those are my thoughts of the night, the conversation I wanted to have tonight, and that was something that was brought up to me this morning, a good reminder from a good friend that is a really smart man, that he's making his business better. So I thought I'd share that out there with the world, and hope you guys can get that little nugget might help you guys out a little bit. So like always, we love you, we appreciate you, we appreciate the support, all the shares, all the pictures you guys post. I'm trying to be as involved and engaged as I can. If other people have already answered a question that's on one of the board pages, I'm not even getting into it because it's already there. But I'm reading a lot of comments and posts, and just anywhere I can inject good information, I'm trying to. So, and like always, feel free to comment, message me or whatever, and call me or text me, whatever, about topics you guys want to discuss. I'm going to try to not do PureForce product every night. I think it gets too redundant. I'm going to try to get some other nuggets of info out there for you guys to help you out. So anyways, we love you. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.